You're going to marry the wrong person. Not because you're unlucky, not because good people don't exist, but because you've been trained since childhood to confuse love with familiar pain. Listen to me carefully. The person you think you love, the one who makes your heart race and your stomach turn, the one who keeps you guessing, who gives you just enough attention to keep you hooked, but never enough to feel secure. That's not love. That's your childhood showing up in adult clothes. Your body recognizes them before your mind does. The familiar ache, the desperate need to prove yourself worthy, the exhausting dance of pursuit and rejection that feels like home because it's all you've ever known. If this feels like I'm reading your mind, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what pattern you keep repeating in relationships. I read every single comment, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Here's what psychologist John Bowlby discovered about attachment. The way your caregivers loved you, or failed to love you, becomes your blueprint for what love feels like. If love came with conditions, you'll seek partners who withhold affection until you prove yourself worthy. If love was chaotic and unpredictable, you'll mistake anxiety for passion. If love was absent, you'll chase people who are emotionally unavailable, because deep down, that's what feels like home. You're not choosing partners, you're choosing familiar wounds. Think about your last relationship, the one that destroyed you. I'll bet you can trace every painful moment back to a childhood wound that person kept reopening. The parent who never said they were proud of you. The caregiver who made love conditional on your performance. The family that taught you that if you weren't useful, you weren't lovable. That person you married or almost married, they weren't evil. They were just perfectly calibrated to trigger every unhealed part of you. You thought you were choosing them, but really, your wounds were choosing their wounds. Your trauma was having a conversation with their trauma, and you called it chemistry. You called it destiny, you called it love. But it was just two broken people trying to heal in each other what should have been healed alone first. The person who loves you consistently, who shows up without drama, who communicates clearly and treats you with steady respect, they feel boring to you. Why? Because your nervous system has been conditioned to interpret calm as the absence of love. You've learned that if your heart isn't racing, if you're not wondering where you stand, if you're not working to earn affection, then it must not be real love. Your brain literally cannot compute safety as love. It feels foreign, wrong, like something is missing. But here's the truth they never taught you. Real love is supposed to feel safe. Real love doesn't make you lose sleep wondering if you're enough. Real love doesn't require you to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's definition of acceptable. Real love doesn't keep you walking on eggshells, analyzing every text message for hidden meaning, or performing for affection. Real love doesn't make you question your worth. It confirms it. Carl Rogers, one of the founders of humanistic psychology, said we can only love others to the extent that we love ourselves. But here's what he meant. You can't recognize healthy love if you don't believe you deserve it. You can't choose emotional safety if chaos feels like home. You keep choosing the wrong person because the right person feels wrong to your wounded system. The person you marry will either heal your childhood wounds or reopen them. There is no neutral choice. If you choose someone who mirrors your early pain, the parent who was critical, the caregiver who was inconsistent, the family system that taught you love was earned through suffering, you'll spend your marriage trying to heal wounds that your partner keeps inflicting. You'll mistake intensity for intimacy, drama for depth, and the cycle of pain and relief for love itself. You'll call it passion when it's actually trauma bonding. But if you choose someone who offers you what you needed but never received, consistent presence, unconditional acceptance, the safety to be yourself without performance, your nervous system will initially reject it. It will feel wrong, too easy, too good to be true. You'll create problems where none exist because your body doesn't know how to be loved without suffering. You'll sabotage good love because it doesn't match your internal blueprint of what love is supposed to feel like. This is why therapy isn't luxury. It's preparation for love. You have to understand your patterns before you can break them. You have to learn that the voice in your head telling you that you're too much, not enough, or somehow fundamentally flawed, isn't your voice. It's the voice of people who couldn't love you the way you needed to be loved. That critical voice isn't protecting you. It's imprisoning you. Alfred Adler taught us that we're always moving toward something, either toward growth and connection or toward the familiar patterns that keep us stuck. Every relationship choice is either a step toward healing or a step back into familiar pain. You marry the wrong person when you choose familiar over healthy. The person you should marry is the one who helps you become more yourself, not less. The one who sees your full humanity and doesn't need you to hide parts of yourself to be loved. The one who doesn't trigger your anxiety but soothes it, who doesn't activate your survival mode but helps you feel safe enough to be vulnerable. They won't complete you. That's codependency, not love. They'll appreciate your completeness. But here's what you need to understand. You won't be attracted to this person until you heal the part of you that believes love should hurt. You have to retrain your nervous system to recognize safety as love, not the absence of it. You have to learn that butterflies in your stomach might not be excitement. They might be your body warning you that this person is dangerous for your peace. You have to understand that the person who makes you feel calm isn't boring. They're healing. The person who doesn't trigger your abandonment issues isn't distant. They're secure. The person who loves you without games isn't playing hard to get. They're emotionally available. And that terrifies you. Because if they love you this easily, this consistently, this completely, what does that say about all the people who couldn't? What does that say about your worth? You have to learn to love yourself with the same consistency and kindness you want to receive. You have to stop abandoning yourself for people who can't see your worth. You have to recognize that the loneliness you feel in toxic relationships is far more painful than the loneliness you feel alone. The wrong person will make you feel alone even when you're together. The right person isn't someone who completes you. That's a myth that keeps broken people together. The right person is someone who complements your wholeness, who adds to your life without being necessary for your happiness, who chooses you every day not because they need you, but because they want to build something beautiful together. They won't need you. They'll want you. There's a difference. Here's how you know you're ready for the right person. When healthy love doesn't scare you anymore, when consistency feels like love, not boredom, when you stop creating chaos to feel alive, when you choose peace over passion because you understand that real passion comes from safety, not fear, when you can sit in silence with someone and feel full, not empty, when you can disagree without fearing abandonment, when you can be yourself without performing, when you can receive love without immediately looking for the catch. The right person won't make you question your worth. They'll confirm it daily through their actions, their presence, their choice to stay, not because they need you, but because they genuinely enjoy who you are. They won't love your potential. They'll love your reality. They won't love who you could become. They'll love who you are right now, flaws and all. So yes, you might marry the wrong person if you don't do the work first. If you don't learn that love without anxiety is still love. If you don't heal the wounds that make healthy people feel foreign to you. But you don't have to. You can choose to break the cycle. You can choose to heal. You can choose to believe that you're worthy of love that doesn't require you to suffer for it. The person you marry should feel like coming home, not like going to war. Choose accordingly. Your future self is counting on it.